You know, I don't like the way this is going down. I'm getting directly into this. This is ridiculous. And the reason for why I'm saying this is, listen, if you are happy with your app Blueface or in your life, you need to be there. It's really sad that openly he's on social media, not only disrespecting Chrisean, but his son that he has with Chrisean. 1 minute he's the daddy, the next minute he's not. And when he's not the daddy, the next minute, he's straight to me disrespecting his son like he disrespects on the same level Chrisean. And he's not a man because a man doesn't put an innocent bystander, somebody that he knows he lay with and had with Chrisean. You would never in a million years fix your mouth or even behave in any manner, even if the child won't remember your behavior, any of what you're doing, Blueface. And I blame a lot of it because I have listened to some of the IG lives with the mother, and she downplays a lot of stuff. And a lot of downplaying was probably done when he was growing up with a lot of them kids that she has raised. And when you don't raise a, 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 a kid to be a man, this is how they turn out. And it's damage control that needs to be done now.
So currently I'm in the process of moving. I can't stay in my house no more. Blueface and broke the door off my fridge. Crazy. Looking for my brother. So I haven't been home since I haven't been home.
And why can't he take up the offer to fight someone that is more on his league? Why is Blueface looking for Chrisean's brother? Blueface knows that he can handle Chrisean's brother. Why doesn't Blueface fight Chrisean's nephew? The mother, Chrisean's sister, invited Blueface to have smoke, to beef with her son because she knows her son will break him up. You want to fight Chrisean's brother for what? Because you know you can hurt him, you can beat him up. What are you gaining from that? And then you guys will make up, Lord knows when, a second later, and now you got smoke with the son, and now with Chrisean's nephew, because now you're gonna probably have to end up fighting him still. I don't get how she's allowing this man to debo her family, disrespect her family like that. She has got to put her foot down. He's straight disrespecting her. He's using her clout and who she is to blow up. And also to drive himself to go to jail, because that's where he's heading at too. But before he goes to jail, he wants to be very relevant. He's being relevant off of Chrisean's name, and she's not even realizing it. She thinks he's bigger than life when she's the one that's bigger than life. She's a star. She has to know that she's a star. And until she figures that out, he's going to continue to do what he's doing.
He's so funny. Hey. He be talking, y'all, and cuckooing. What you say? I said the bottom must be in the car because there's nowhere in the house. So I need to lock the car. Oh, the key is in my coat. Can babies eat in pools or not?
And what makes me mad, what are you going to find another place so you can give him the key and he can come in and violate your spot again? Why do all that when you can nip it in the bud? I'm not saying become a popo chick, but you have to put your child's safety first. He could flip out and do something accidentally, and it only happens one time, that accidental slip up, and then now you're both in trouble. And you have to live, if he unalives Junior, because you did not set the ground rules from the gate. You have to take yourself out the equation if you can't control the situation because you've let it go so far. You can't set any ground rules. You got to get away from him for him to understand that you mean business. But in the case of safety, sometimes you got to call the popo, because you're going to go in handcuffs too, Chrisean. If something was to ever happen, if he flips out in that house, you always got your child in your hands. You're both going to go down. And I really believe sometimes when people don't want you, they don't want nobody else to have you. But I also believe in some cases when they can't have you, they rather you be messed up right with them. So if it takes unaliving you, or whatever have you, or you going down as fathers, going to jail right along with them, they're good with that because they ain't got to worry about nobody else having you. And that's selfishness, because at the end of the day, you have to be there for yours.
I want to get in the pool. Jacuzzi. Babies can't get jacuzzis. Like how you know how babies get tubs? Chlorine not good for the baby's skin. Yeah, no. Oh, you don't like. Oh, never mind. But so yeah, I have my nieces and nephews and whatnot. So I had to get away from all the stuff that's happening.
I love me some Chrisean because I like that she came from a place where a lot of people would think that she would never make it, and she rose from these ashes and turned into a queen, and she's on her own throne doing her own thing. But I get the impression sometime when she's in these situations, are you flattered by what Blueface is doing? Are you tired about what Blueface is doing? But what is going on? Speak with us, sister, because sometimes words on a person's face speaks 1,000 words. And I'm just not understanding how you are low key making this okay for the stuff that he's doing in your house, but you can't go over there and do it in his.
But yeah, what's up? What you talking about? You be talking. Morning, man.
She has too many family and friends around her for her to be just the way she is right now. You could tell in her body language that she's lost in the sauce. She doesn't know which way is up or down. And it's really sad because this can be dangerous. You have one man coming in like he is a military, and he is just housing stuff. And you got family and friends that are in there, but he's probably putting hands on them. Well, putting hands on them. And you're literally letting this dude do this to you. And I understand you from the streets, you from the same hard knock life as Blueface, but he's not acting like that dude right now. Safety first.
You starting to like grab more. Hey, is this Paul in the car? Maya, can you go to the car real quick and get the formula? So I got him this vegan this vegan powder, and it's really good because he don't have trouble with he don't have gas and he don't throw up. And I thought about it, like dairy is very like harsh. Well, to me at least. It's really good. And then I put cereal and oatmeal. Not cereal. It says cereal, but it's rice, baby rice, and baby rice. What's on? Okay. In the car.
Well, we're gonna keep an eye on Chrisean. We could tell that she's all over the place. It's really sad that she's a young mother, and yeah, she has a lot of money, and we probably look at it like she has more help than the average person, but she clearly doesn't. Because of where she came from prior to getting this money, and allegedly, being homeless and like homeless, and that's nothing to knock her on, but it can happen to anyone. That's not the point of what I'm saying. But where she came from, what she has saw in her life, I can tell in her body language that with all the money that Chrisean has, she's still alone. All she has is herself and Junior, which is her baby. And the people that are around her are not built for what she's up against. And what we see ain't always what it appears, and that's what we're seeing her being surrounded what seems to be safety, but it's not. Can't a man one man come in there and do all that damage to her spot, or even violate the spot with all those people in there and get away with it? And she's at the point where she can't even be comfortable in her own house. One, two, she's looking for another place because she's in fear. You would think the baby alone would be the protection all she needed for Blueface not to be physical, hostile, or do anything in that house out of respect for his son being there. But he's not thinking like a real man has been raised to think. He's thinking like a boy, the way a boy was raised, not from a mother who raised a man. And that is what's so dangerous, because it's going to either make him unalive, which is 6 feet under, or in jail for Blueface. There's no in between. He's out of control, and he needs to get a grip on it before somebody gets hurt, or both of them. And it's really sad to say that, but if you look at the pros and the cons, there are no pros, there's no cons. It's not even a in between. It's just a complete mess, and it's gonna end badly.